にゃかさだにゃ。
この大空に翼を広げて。
Kiminari, Chazuri, Rangai, and Arknil. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hi Rangai. Okay. Hello, Ika. Oh. Okay. So this is If My Heart Had Wings. この空に翼を広げて. This was released in 2013 by Moe Novel. How you doing? Doing good. So I have not read anything about this yet, but I do know that it did make a lot of people cry, so I expect sad vibes. So doing good, Ika. How are you? Okay, well, we're off to a good start, so just make sure I need to prepare my mic for this. Okay, here we go. Just spin that up. Okay. Hopefully the volume's fine. My volume's fine. Hopefully everything's fine. Okay. Let's go. The bicycle road race is known as a rally, as known as a really hard sport, bro. We could start. The hill climb in the middle is hell too. While putting strain on every muscle in your body, you have to continue pedaling without any brakes to climb a steep hill. At that time, I always think, I can't do this anymore. I'll make this race my last. Even though I think that every time, in the end, I still take part in the next race. I've endured severe training so that I don't put my feet down halfway through the hill climb. Why do I do that? Because once I finish the hill climb, I'm waiting for my reward. Nothing compares to the feeling of cutting through the wind as I race down the downhill section at blistering speed. At that moment, I feel an incredible rush. Then I realize that I have forgotten about everything. The pain of the hill climb, the strain on every muscle in my body, and the days of hard practice. It's not a matter of whether I win or lose the race. I just enjoy it, and that's why I continue to ride. That's how it should have been. I still didn't have much life experience at that time, and that was something beyond my imagination. Suddenly, without warning, something was taken from me. I could also say shed away or lost. However, to directly express the emotion I felt at the time, taken is the word that fits best. So, there was one thing that I learned. Life isn't all about having fun. I gained a lesson in life. The thing I lost was everything. I let myself get depressed about this, but I should have thought about it a little more. If something could be taken from me so abruptly, then something could be given to me just as suddenly. Who recommended the VN to you? Why do you ask? Kimi recommended this to me. The wind blew, a gentle but strong wind. It would not be unreasonable to call it an encounter. What this could be the start of, even now, there's still no way for me to know. The windmill is turning. I need to make sure if there are voices that they're in Japanese. I don't know if language system dictates, but I think we're good. People are overwhelmed just because of the size of such enormous things. This unnatural silhouette serves a function, but to those who don't know what that is, it would appear to be something very bizarre. With so many lined up like this, it could be said to be even more overwhelming. But why's that? The sight of the white windmills lined up on the green hills somehow seems so picturesque. This is amazing. To think that something like this could be made. At the very least, 5 years ago, there was nothing here. Just a wide open space. I heard they were going to build a large-scale renewable energy research facility. The cell phone in my pocket vibrated to tell me I had received a text. It's from An-chan. To Aoi. Did you arrive here already? Sorry I couldn't come to meet you. My name is written using a Chinese character read as Aoi. It's a different character and is often mistaken for Midori. Oh boy. Incidentally, whether it is Aoi or Midori, it is often mistaken for a girl's name, which causes a few problems. I'll quickly write a reply. I hardly ever use text, so I find the key touch awkward to use. Midori. Jesus. I got here a little too early, so I'm just going for a stroll. The windmills are amazing. Okay, Sin. The reply came quickly. They're great, aren't they? It's the new famous spot of Kazagaura. If you have any problems, contact me at any time. Anchan. Thank you, Anchan. As I sent the text, I sat down on the grass. This place is on the hillside, so from there I was able to gaze at the lake and the town that stretches across the opposite bank. The rapid redevelopment of the town of Kazagaura meant that the remnants of the old buildings from the Showa era are intermingled with the modern architecture. The view expresses both the past and the future at the same time. Something white flitted across my field of vision. For a moment, it looked like one of the windmill blades had come flying off, but there's no way that could happen. Is it a paper airplane? I got up and headed down the slope to look for it. The paper airplane, gliding gently, eventually lost its momentum and descended. Gotcha! I ran ahead of it, did a small jump and caught it in midair. Where did this come from? Judging by direction, it had come from the top of the hill. At a time in a place like this, could there be someone here besides me? I took the paper airplane with me as I climbed up the slope. Just as I was able to see the top, a sudden gust of strong wind blew the paper airplane out of my hand. Ah! Hey! Wait! I chased after the paper airplane and ran up the slope. Oh boy. Then, just as I finally caught it, oh. There was someone on top of the hill. It was a girl sitting in a wheelchair, looking fleetingly into the distant sky. A sudden breeze blew her hair and she combed it back with her fingers. Against the background of the blue sky and windmills that spread across my view, the girl's black hair and white blouse looked incredible. It was as if I was looking at a completed work of art. The girl noticed me. Oh no. At first, I thought I should make an excuse for why I was there. It was like I had stepped into her world without permission, and I started to feel guilty. She's not saying anything. Some guy just suddenly appeared, so perhaps she's being cautious. To show her the reason why I'd come here, I held out the paper airplane. Did you throw this? The moment she saw it, her facial expression stiffened. She looks like she's welling up. Suddenly, tears appeared in those delicate eyes. Huh? What? The tears that had welled up in the corners of her eye came running straight down. So it got dear. As I watched, great big tears came rolling down her cheeks. Huh? Hey! Without thinking, I walked up beside her. What's wrong? Do you hurt somewhere? As she shook her head, she touched the hand that I had unconsciously held out as if she were clinging to it. Her hand was small and trembling. I was scared. Squeeze. She gently squeezed my hand. It's okay now. I didn't even know what the situation was. However, as I answered, I squeezed her hand back. Whack, whack. What? Peck, peck, peck. Ouch! Before I knew it, there was something like a chicken at my feet, and all of a sudden, it started pecking me. Peck, peck. Oh my god, what is that? Chickens don't quack! Oh, that hurts! Jeez, what is this thing? Stop that! Hat! Hat, as it was called, calmed down at her command. Is it a duck? With a yellow beak and white feathers, it was a duck that looked like a chicken. For some reason, it was wearing a hat. I'm sorry. It's because I was crying. It seems like you mistakenly thought that you made me cry. Ah. So this is how surprising it is to be suddenly attacked by an animal. However, thanks to that, it looked like she had stopped crying. Is the towel okay? I don't carry a handkerchief around with me. As I said that, without waiting for her to reply, I took a hand towel out of my bag. Of course, it had been washed, so it was clean. Thank you. Why were you crying? It hurts somewhere. That's not it. She answered. She pointed to one of the wheels of her wheelchair. It had lost its air and had collapsed. You got a flat tire. Because of that, I've been stuck here. I've been here for an hour already. That's a terrible thing to happen. Just a mere flat tire. For her, it's like having her legs taken away. Don't you have a cell phone? I left it in my room. She answered, dismayed. That's why I thought of another way to call for help. That way if there's someone who can get my SOS and come here for me. SOS? Oh, this. I opened up the paper airplane that I still had in my hand. I'm in trouble. Someone help me. Let's get that. I'm on Windmill Hill. So when someone arrived carrying the paper airplane, she felt relieved and started to cry. No, she was fine, but until just now, she was shaking. That must be how scared she was. Hold on a moment. The bag at my feet rustled as I rummaged around inside it. Huh? When she saw the tools that I had taken out, she seemed confused. Would it be okay for you to get out for a moment? Why? I'm gonna fix it, so you can't go anywhere if you have a flat tire. Can you? Well, yeah, but... Would you be able to give me a hand? Of course. Getting out of the wheelchair is not easy for her. What should I do? From the methods I'd seen on TV, the care workers do it by embracing them from the front. We both looked as though we'd imagined that situation and froze. Dude, just do it. I think I'll do it myself. Excuse me a moment. Huh? As I put my arms around her sides to her back, I suddenly lifted her up. What the fuck? Whoa, she's so light. Because she was much lighter than I had expected, there was a bit too much momentum. Oh my. Before she could grasp the situation, I put her down on the soft grass. I'll have it done soon, so hold on a moment. Oh shit, we have a face! Yo, look at our dude! Look at the Chad, bro! Look at him! What a Chad! Alright, I feel comfortable voice acting this guy. They're made in the same way as bicycle tires. I immediately started on the repairs. She's behind me so I can't see her expression, but I had a feeling I was being stared at with contempt. As I was quietly working, the duck was waddling around me and pecking at the soil. Is this duck your pet? No, he isn't. We're housemates. Housemates? Come in. I thought I'd go outside, and he started to follow me. Hat! Don't go too far. You'll get left behind. The ducks recognize their own names. When he's called, he responds by turning around. Hey, he's pretty smart. Yes, he is. That's why he's so much trouble. He's always getting into mischief. As I looked at the duck, I saw her legs laid out on the grass in my field of vision. Of fucking course, bro. So she can't move them. There are a number of reasons why people need to use a wheelchair, but it looked like she had a disability in her legs. When I picked her up just now, her body stiffened up with surprise, but there was no strength at all in her legs. The duck returned from his little excursion. While walking around her, he would occasionally try to jump onto her lap. Get off me, she said as she made him get down again. As I watched this exchange from the corner of my eye, I fixed the flat tire. Boys are great, aren't they? They always walk around with those kinds of tools. Well, luckily you found the biker. That's not really the case, though. I sometimes carry them with me. It's the first time I've sat on the grass in ages. It's soft and feels nice. As she said that, she made a little sound as she stretched. It's a nice place, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I can see it from my window. I wanted to come here just once. The wind blows through here. 5 years ago, there were no windmills though. 5 years ago? I've just come back to this town. Oh, really? She directed her gaze at something far away. So, you've come back to your hometown? Yeah. She suddenly looked down and seemed lonely, and strangely sad. There was an awkward silence as I continued working. What? The duck twisted its neck to look up at the sky. What is it, Hat? She was tempted to look up too. I wonder what that is. What's that? Something is flying. There was something floating in the air. It was crossing the lake and gradually getting closer. Yo, this thing's animated. At first, I thought that was a paper airplane that she had thrown coming back to us, but it wasn't. It crossed the lake and eventually reached the air above the small hill where we were. An airplane? It's not paper, it's a real plane. But what is this? Its silhouette is much thinner than any plane I know, and the wings are really big. It's a glider! No doubt about it. That's a glider! A glider. I repeated the name as if to confirm it, and then looked to the sky once more. With its big white wings and light silhouette, it reminded me somewhat of a seagull. Hey look, it's turning. It's so pretty. The glider is continuing to turn leisurely above our heads. It's flying ever so slowly. Of course, it doesn't have any thrust. As it proceeded slowly across the blue sky and seemed to be floating rather than flying. To fly on the wind like that, it looks like it would feel nice. Yeah. It's coming down. The turning glider looks as if it had given up on rising and came down towards the top of our hill. I mean, it's not like it was coming down to land. It was just reducing its altitude. Why don't we try waving? They might notice us. Yeah. She earnestly stretched out her hand and waved towards the white aircraft floating in the sky. Hey!
Gaga.
Quack. I don't know if the pilot noticed us or not, however, the wings reflected a gleaming light, and it really did look as if it was answering us, calling out to it. Then, the glider turned its back to us and flew away, back to the other side of the lake where it had come from. It's gone. She mumbled sadly as she lowered her hand. Extend the little wings which fly in the sky highly. I fixed the flat tire and went with her into the town. This is the residential area on the opposite bank of the lake to Windmill Hill, where we were just now. This place is nice. I'll take you back to your home. No, it's okay. It seemed like she was going to say but before she stopped speaking. For a girl with a walking disability, just because she was shown a little kindness, she can't bring some guy she hardly knows back to her house. Thank you. Because of you, I was saved. Don't mention it. If your tire ever goes flat again, call me anytime. I only said it as a joke, but she blushed and looked down nervously. What? What? Thank you. Huh? If you're thanking me, you've already did that just now. It was quite fun. Like spending time with a friend. Yeah, me too. And I saw something unusual too. The glider that we had just seen was now flying in the air above the hill where we were just now. So did I. That's the first time I'd seen a real one. I now have some wonderful memories. She murmured quietly and giggled. Coupled with her cute and dainty appearance was her lovely smile. Well, I'd better get going. Okay, take care. Sure. The wheels squeaked as she pushed the wheelchair along with her hands down an empty street. Behind her, the duck wearing a hat waddled along with her. Hey. Huh? She stopped her hands and turned to face me. See you again. She looked troubled and embarrassed, then left without saying anything. She sure was cute. Where's she from? Her appearance was quite graceful, as if she were the daughter of a rich family. A lady with a duck. It was an odd combination, but they seemed strangely familiar with each other. Okay, I better go. Now, I'm going to the dormitory called Flying Fish Manor. Due to certain circumstances, that place will be my new home. While walking along the gently sloping street, I look up at the clouds moving above. Floating so freely like that, they reminded me of the glider. That distinctive silhouette had left a mysterious impression on me. I finally found it. This place. Is this it? Flying Fish Manor. There's such a big difference between its appearance and its name. That's like giving a tough-looking Japanese tosa a name like Lily. At least call it Maison du Flying Fish or something. Yeah, that's why even though I looked everywhere I still couldn't find it. Because I thought, it's not this place. I completely ruled it out and then walked round and round this area. Even now, I still can't believe it. So I'll check the sign one more time. Flying Fish Manor. There's no doubt about it. Even so, I'm still not entirely convinced. I mean, I know a lot about this place. It's an old European-style building on the shore of the lake, and because its appearance is a little spooky, when we were kids, we called this building the Witch's Mansion. As a test of courage, we would often sneak into the yard. We just thought that was a rich person's residence, but it's a dormitory. Kefe Private Academy student dormitory. I can't just stand there in shock. Okay. I took a deep breath and stood up straight. May I come in?
あら？お客さん？
Oh, a visitor. Oh. Oh! Boba. Ah! Suddenly, a girl in her underwear appeared before me, and the expression that I had tried so hard to straighten out crumbled instantly.
どちら様ですか？
May I ask your name? Why? She's the only one who should be worried about having been seen, but why am I the one feeling under pressure?
訪問販売はお断りしてま
We
す。
don't accept door-to-door
どうした
sales.
のかなちゃん？
What's up, Kana-chan?
ん？
Huh?
なんかお客さんみたい。
Looks like we have a visitor.
お客さん？
A visitor? Huh? What?
男の人？
A guy! From inside, the other girl, this one was wearing clothes, showed her face, but when she saw me, she let out an hysteric scream. At the same time, the glasses she was wearing looked like they were about to slip off.
かなち
Kana-chan! Your clothes! Your clothes! Hmm? What is it? Another girl appeared.
ゃん。ゆか
Oh, Yuka! This unknown boy saw Kana-chan's
か
naked
なちゃん
body.
の裸を。
What?
なんですって？
What did you say? Huh? What? Huh? No, that's not it. Just like a god of salvation, my cell phone rang. The word mom was shown on the display. Excuse me a minute. I quickly pressed the button to answer the call while swiftly escaping outside. Ma! I thought you'd be at the Flying Fish Manor and that things would have calmed down by now. What's it like? Well, the place is full of girls. And I saw one in her underwear. Of course it is. That place, yeah? I had checked the sign over and over, but then I noticed some small writing in the corner. Girls' dormitory. This is a girls' dormitory? Oh, didn't I tell you? Did you do this on purpose? What is this? What kind of mother are you? From now on, I'm going to be this place. This is dorm mother, aren't I? It's fine. The owner and the boarding students have all accepted it. Just now, they were screaming at the top of their lungs. Oh, did you go into the changing room by mistake? Damn, mother of mine. She's enjoying the situation. Front door opened slightly and the girls from just now were
どう
peeking through.
さなちゃん。
What's happening, Sana-chan?
まだいます。
He's still there. When I called out to them like a surprised turtle, they pulled their faces back inside and shut the door. What should I do about this? Well, this is the situation.
お
Oh,
じゃああなた
so
が
you're the
新し
new
い寮
dorm
母さんな
mother.
んだ。
While I was explaining the situation, the boarding students, apart from the girl in the underwear who was putting on some clothes, surrounded me but kept their distance and watched at me. This is no good, is it? A boy being the dorm mother of a girl's
い
dormitory.
いんじゃないの？
That's alright, isn't it? From behind the underwear girl, she was wearing clothes now, but they were pretty gaudy. Were some girls who looked like they were hiding, but they were nodding and agreeing.
誰か来てくれないともっ
If
と
nobody
困る
comes
から
here, that'll be a bigger problem.
そうなのよね。
Yes,
で
that's
も
right.
もっと年
But
配
I
の人
just
だとば
thought
か
it
り
would be
思って
someone
て。
older. Yeah. Incidentally, there's now one more person than before. She was kind of timid and looked to be the same age. Or maybe a year younger than me. What is it?
葵くんって言っ
Did
た
you
っ
say your
け？
name was Aoi?
私はいく
How old
つ？
are you? I'm still a student. From tomorrow I'll be going to Keife Academy. I'm in the 2nd grade.
へえ。
Huh?
じゃ
So
あ
you're in the
年
grade
下な
below.
んだ。似合う。
Oh my god. What is this? What do you want from me? Stay back, thought. Stay back, thought. Stay back. Hehe, she said. What do you mean, hehe? Hehe ってなんだよ? The person who came to speak to all of you was my mother, and, well, she kind of half-tricked me into accepting the job as dorm mother. My mom has— oh, Neo, this is fun. It's funny, Neo. My mom has a job connected to real estate and her company manages this property.
ですって。
Well
ど
then,
うします
what should we
ゆかさん
do,
チェン
Yuka?
ジします？
Should we change?
そういう事情なら。
If that's the situation... The person who seemed the oldest said so, and the other people reluctantly nodded in agreement. This is just until the owner-caretaker comes back or finds someone else. I apologize for the inconvenience, but for the time being, let's all try to get along. Once the conversation was over, naturally, everyone left and went back to their
い
rooms.
やー、なんかごめんね。みん
I'm
な若
sorry.
い娘さんたちなもんで、若い
Everyone
男
can
を
be
前にして
so
舞い上がっちゃって
childish and they
る。
got carried away in front of a young guy like you.
私はしぐれかなこ。
I'm
なんかあったら
Kanaka
私に
Shigure.
言ってちょうだい。
If you need anything, please ask me.
管理人さんの部屋は1階
The
の廊下の
caretaker's
突き当た
room
り
is
よ。
at the end of the corridor on the first floor. Thank you very much. Alright, Neo. Was that all of the boarding students? There's the underwear girl, and Kanako, who's with me now. Yuka, the tall girl with the long hair, and Sana, the girl with the glasses. The timid one who came from the back is Ryoko. That's 4 people altogether.
うん。もう一人いるんだけど、
There's one more person, but she's what you might call the reclusive type.
そのうち出てくるんじゃないかな。
I wonder if she'll come out of her room at some point. Oh. In other words, there are 5 boarders in total. This building's pretty big, but there are only 5 people living here. Come to think of it, my mom did say that there are quite a few empty rooms. It's old and a little far from the school, so maybe it's not that popular.
汗かいちゃったから、もう一回お風
I
呂入っ
worked
て
up
こ
a
よ
sweat,
っ
so I'm
と。
gonna take another bath. Anyway, the conversation ended well, so I'll call my mother to let her know. So, in the end, we somehow worked things out.
それは良かったわ。
Really? That's
言
good.
っておくけど、
I'll tell you this now,
手出しちゃダメよ。
Keep your hands off the girls. Ugh. What are you talking about, Mom? Well,
まあ、問題にならない程
as
度な
long
らいい
as
け
it
ど。
doesn't cause any problems, it's okay. Oh, and
前
also,
に言ったと思うけ
I
ど、
told you before,
一人足の不自由な子がい
but
る
one
か
of them
ら。
has a walking disability. Flap, flap, flap. Suddenly, the sound of flapping wings came from down the hallway. Then, a shrill voice
待
sounded
ちな
out.
さい。
Wait! Ha!
わー。
Huh? Something big and white came flying down the hallway, and from behind, at breakneck speed, was the girl in the wheelchair. You stupid duck! Give me my panties back! Oh boy. The big white thing, which somehow seemed like a duck, was flapping its wings and flew behind me. The girl in the wheelchair avoided all the obstacles in her path, in other words, me, and chased down the duck like a drift racer. Oh, she was drifting! Hell yeah. I was so overwhelmed by the speed that I couldn't say anything. I got it! The girl in the wheelchair caught the duck at my feet and snatched away a small, white cloth, possibly panties, from his beak. Jeez, you're always playing tricks. If you do it again, I'll turn you into a pecking duck. Well. The girl put the duck on her knee and lectured him. I remember seeing that before. However, it's somehow a lot different to the image she had during the day. In the daytime, she seemed more dainty and delicate. However, her appearance was the same. It's not often that you see such a pretty girl. Looks like your tire is in good condition. Huh? She finally realized that there was a guy standing there. Hello? Aoi? Are you listening? Yeah, what is it? I was saying there's a disabled girl, so take good care of her. Sure, I got it. Okay, talk to you soon, Mom. I replied as I ended the call. Why are you... She got as far as saying that, but then realized that she has the small cloth in her hand, and tried to hide it by stuffing it under her backside. Why are you here? He's the new dorm mother, Kotori-chan. Kotori? Kanako, who was supposed to be having a bath, poked her head out. Really? What do you mean? I hadn't heard about that. Even if I tried to tell you, Kotori-chan, you hardly ever come out of your room. You mean the new dorm mother is a boy? Hey, look. Hey, look. It's what it felt like she was saying as she relentlessly pointed at me. We already had this conversation a long time ago. The girl known as Kotori glared at Kanako like she was interfering. I'm the new dorm mother. Aoi Minasu. I'm Kotori Habane. Kotori seemed to meet my introduction with reluctance. Like what? This is hot. But you know that already. Oh. Hat turned to face me and flapped his wings. He's a clever duck. Are you really the new dorm mother? Yes, that's right. So you are against it. If she says she doesn't like the fact that the dorm mother of a girl's dormitory is a guy, or the fact that we're the same age, there's something I can do about it. Kotori closes her eyes and quietly takes a deep breath as if trying to focus her mind. Kotori, forget about what happened during the day. During the day? Which part? As much as possible. That's right. If I had to say... She stopped talking and stared at Kanako, who was standing behind listening. Kanako looked as if she was saying, okay, okay, as she disappeared down the hallway. That I made a careless mistake, and that I started crying. Oh. That incident was quite startling and I remember it well. To see a girl's tears from so close like that is something I don't experience very often. I don't know what she thinks about it, but those tears were very beautiful. Oh boy. Have you forgotten it? Oh, that face! That is emote quality right there. Huh? No, not yet. Forget about it. Right now. What a tsundere. Don't be so silly. When you say it like that, it just makes it even more strongly engraved in my memory.
新入りのあなたは知らないだろうけど、
So you don't know.
私これでも
Even like this, I... Kotori straightened her back, composed her expression and smiled. And swish, with a natural gesture, she lifted her hair up.
クールビューティーで通ってるの。
Don't you feel my cool allure? What's allure?
ビューティーよ。
Allure. I just said it a bit wrong, that's all.
ちょっと見間違えただけ。
Allure? Oh. I've heard that word before.
もう一回言うから。
I'll say it again. Let me do it again. She said that and then straightened her back and made a composed smile again. Okay, that's enough. I get it, alright?
もう意地悪。揚げ足取り。
Jeez, you're such a jerk! Nitpicker. Lowlife. Kotori used just about every insult there is, then turned her wheelchair around. Then she hurriedly raced back down the hallway and back into her room. Wow. Along the way, Hat, who had been thrown off, chased after her and entered the room through a small door, maybe a special door for ducks, built into the bottom of the main door. I looked on in disbelief. I don't need to say this, but the dainty and delicate image that she had in the daytime had completely crumbled away. A delicate bud was beginning to sprout, and we shared a fleeting love. What? What? This early? But... Cool... Hello, right? When I remember lifting her hair and being so full of confidence, I feel like I could burst out laughing. She's so funny. From the beginning, everything's been so messed up. From tomorrow, it looks like things will start getting interesting. I really felt that prediction would come true. Oh boy. Extend the little wings which fly in the sky highly. My first job as dorm mother. That is, to make breakfast for the boarders. Ah, that's some good eating.
葵くん、料理上手だね。
Oh, yeah, you're good at cooking. Can I have some more rice? Sure, a big bowl, right?
わかってるね。
You know it. I'm pretty confident in my cooking. Until recently, I was living with my father who was ordered to transfer to the country. And every day I helped with the housework. I was in charge of preparing the meals and it's not like I hated cooking or anything. That's one of the reasons why I accepted the job as dorm mother. So the others don't need breakfast, huh? So just now, no one has come into the dining hall. Sometimes there will be someone walking through the hallway in front, but they seem to be sneaking around. Oh! Kanako looked towards the hallway just as the oldest boarder, Yuka, was peeking in before swiftly dashing off.
もう
Jeez, they're all so naive.
男の子にね。
They still haven't gotten used to boys. But Keitei is a co-ed school, right?
いくら学校で同じでも、寝起きの緩み切ったすっぴんが見られちゃう
Even if you
わ
go
け
to
じ
the
ゃない
same
から
school,
ね。
you won't see them with their bed heads and faces without makeup. I see. It seems that a guy being the dorm mother of a girl's dormitory will have its problems after all. There's a reason why I accepted the job as dorm mother at Flying Fish Manor. Not long ago, the owner janitor collapsed. It sounded like she's pretty old, and as well as straining her back, she got the summer cold, which became aggravated. The owner soon began looking for a replacement, but it was hard to find one. Then she sought help from the real estate company where my mother works. This owned the properties that my mom manages, and is an old acquaintance of the owner from decades ago. She nominated me for this job, just as I was planning to come back here. On the documents, my mom's the one responsible for this place, but she got me to carry out the practical duties, in other words, the work of a dorm mother. Then that became the condition for me coming back to this town. As always, she's very crafty, but I wasn't really against the idea, so I accepted. If I'd known it was a girls' dormitory, of course I would have refused. This place is old, a little far from school, but the rent is cheap. Apart from the food and admin expenses, it costs next to nothing. That's why it would be a big problem for me if I couldn't stay here. And if in the worst case scenario, the boarders won't be able to go to school. So for now it seems that everyone has accepted the guy as the dorm mother.
ごちそうさ
Thanks for the meal!
ん。美味しかった。
Yeah, that was good. Kanako stacked up the dishes on the counter and licked her lips in satisfaction.
みんなそのうち慣れるって。
Everyone will
じゃ
get used to you
行ってき
soon.
ます。
Hold on, I'm off now. She had eaten it all. Not even a single grain of rice was left. To have people enjoy my cooking feels pretty good. I feel deeply relieved. I'm happy that things are going well. Ah, jeez. Better get ready for school. In the entrance of the dormitory, there was Kotori. She was dressed in her uniform and looked like she was about to go to school. Morning, Kotori.
おはよう。
Morning. Are you going to school? Shall we go together?
なんでそうなるの？
Why do you want to do that? Why? Well,
私の足のことを心配
if
し
you're
て
worried
るのは
about my legs,
余
then
計
there's
な
no
お世
need.
話よ。ふんと。
What a tsundere! What a tsundere! She put it bluntly as she quickly went out the front door. I don't have any friends at school, so I was just asking. It looks like we had a strange misunderstanding. Students can be good, but I think she's going too far on it. No, it's fine. I think her sin is mild. And I should know. Wearing my new uniform, I make my way to school. I'm a dorm mother, but also a student of Keifu Academy. I mean, this is my real occupation. Today is the first day at my new school. I'm not really the shy type, but I guess I am kind of nervous. I would say that the school I was going to before was a sports-focused all-boys school. Keifu Academy. The school I'll be going to now is an engineering school and a co-ed, and the school traditions are quite different too. Yutsun, shut the fuck up, Ika. As I walk the streets that lead to school, there are more and more groups of people wearing the same uniform. It's the same area in which I lived 5 years ago. There should be a few people that I know, but most of the people who I'd recognize went on to regular schools. I wonder if the ones who chose to go to Keifu Academy remember me. Even if I only know one person, it would make a big difference. There'll be more weird misunderstandings with Miss Alul too. Oh yeah, which school do Aga and the others go to? They're my childhood friends who I always played with when I was a kid. There's Ageha, Mabo, Hotaru, and Anchan. Out of that group, Age and Mabo are the same age as me, but we haven't met in 5 years and haven't really stayed in touch. We just about managed to exchange New Year's cards, but that reminds me. In the corner of last year's New Year card, I think there was a small message about which school we were planning to go to. What did it say? A lot of things happen. Or maybe I'm just lazy. But I haven't told anyone apart from Anchan that I'm coming back. To be honest, I'm not even sure how I should be if I met them. With the ones like Agaha, she'd probably smash my face in. She'd say, "Why didn't you contact me?" Or something. She looked and acted like a real tomboy. When I remember the past, it makes me smile, but... Hey. At the point where Toe Street leading to the school meet, there was a girl wearing a Keifu uniform standing there, looking towards me. The other girls that she was walking to school with asked, "What's up?" and seemed puzzled as they spoke to her. However, it seemed that the girl can't hear them and she's staring over here at me. Just faintly. Her eyes seem full of surprise. She's pretty cute. Without realizing, I'd stopped walking and was staring at the girl. Until a few days ago, I was going to an all-boys school. The sight of a girl on the way to school in her uniform was pretty cute too, causing me to get palpitations is perfectly reasonable. What a sin!
もしかして
Is that you?
葵？
Aoi? Yes, it is. Suddenly having someone call my name in such a carefree manner made me feel a little nervous. Who is it?
やっぱり葵だ！
It's you, Aoi!
本当に？
No way, it really is you. There, she said my name again. She has such a happy expression on her face. Do I know any girls this cute? No, wait. I've seen this face before. When she smiles like this and her eyes sparkle like a little kid's. Is that you? Ageha.
もしかしなくてもアゲハよ。
Yeah, of
忘れちゃったの？
course, it's me,
私の
Ageha.
顔。
Did you forget my face? She asked as she briskly moved closer, bringing her face right up to mine. It's definitely Ageha. She's changed a lot, but if I just look at her face, there's no doubt that it's her. Is it really that Ageha?
しつこいな。
Yeah,
他
very
にどの
funny.
アゲハがいる
How
って
many
いう
other
の？
Agehas do you know?
正真正銘。
100%
本物の秀樹アゲ
authentic.
ハです。
The real Ageha Himiki. What is it? What is it? So the other girls as they gather around in a circle. Ageha turned to face them and introduced me.
この子、水瀬葵くん。転校生よ。サッチンは覚えてるよね。
So Minase. He's a transfer student. You remember him, don't you, Sachin? Sachin replied, No way! Ahoy! As she warmly raised her voice in surprise. When we were in 4th grade of elementary school, we were in the same class once.
私と葵は幼馴染
Ahoy
な
and
の。
I are childhood friends.
昔ここ
He
に
used
住
to
んで
live
たんだ
here,
け
but he
ど
got transferred to
転
another
校し
school.
てっちゃったのよね。
Right? The girls seemed impressed by Aga's explanation. They looked at me with eyes full of expectation. It's nice to meet you. I'm Aoi Minase. In front of all these girls in their uniforms, I greeted them with a stern look on my face as I tried to hide my embarrassment. Aga laughed as she looked on with relish. I never thought I would find myself doing introductions in the street on the way to school like this. So I was totally unprepared. I'll say it again. Let me do it again. I could hear Miss Alul's words in the back of my mind.
背伸びたわね。
You've gotten
最初
taller.
誰かわか
I
んな
didn't
かったわ。
recognize you at first. As she spoke, Agya was moving her hands around my head to show the difference in height between myself and her. Our bodies were making contact, but she either didn't notice or didn't really mind. I flinched slightly, but the fact that she was so unreserved actually made me feel more comfortable.
昔は私といい勝負だったのに。
In the day, we used to have such good matches. Boys are so unfair. Speaking of which, you've changed too.
そう？
Really? As she said, you think so? She looked at herself. Yeah, you always looked like a boy, so I was surprised to see that you became a girl. Those were my honest thoughts, but I said them in a way that sounded weird. I thought you might find it slightly charming, but
どうだ？い
I've
い
become
女
quite
に
the
なった
woman,
だろ？
haven't I? Agya laughed happily and did a little turn on the spot. The force of her spin made her skirt float around gently. Yeah, it's like you're not really Agya. Well, days of not really thinking, those thoughts just kind of slipped out.
イエーイ！やったね！
Yay! Alright. Agya was pleased and did high fives with her friends. Seeing her in high spirits like that was just like old times. She's a keeper. No, she's a generic. Agya, my best friend during my childhood, hadn't changed in 5 years that had passed. Her appearance was surprising, though. I just want to point out, I have read this is a 25 to 30 hour VN. So there's gonna be a lot of parts to this. The lessons on my first day at my new school flew by in the blink of an eye. Between the language and social studies lessons taught in regular schools were those from a specialist curriculum. I was still in the 2nd grade, so there aren't that many, but it looks like when you go into the 3rd and 4th grades, the number of these specialist lessons increase. By the way, this is a 5-year school. That's why when walking the hallways, this kind of thing happens. She's pretty. Coming from an all-boys school with its sad customs, I couldn't help my eyes from following the girls as I walked past them. Dude, stop being a simp. Haha. So you're already checking out the girls? No, that's not it. I just thought that they look really grown up, that's all. They're seniors from the 4th and 5th grades, aren't they? At our age, a gap of 3 or 4 years is pretty big. The students in the upper grades look very mature. Also, although this is a specialist school, the percentage of girls is pretty high. Huh? What's that? Without thinking, I really took an interest in that. And Ageha looked at me as if she wanted to call me a pervert. At the time that the school was rebuilt, they made an effort to accept more girls. I'd heard about that before I transferred. They increased the number of courses for girls and asked famous designers to make designs for the new building. It has been said, thanks to that, the ratio of boys and girls is about 50-50, which is one of the selling points of the school. Bearing this in mind, I felt uneasy about choosing the school as the one I would transfer to. But I like people to think that it can't be helped because I'm from an all-boys school. By the way, it's now lunchtime. Aga's in the middle of giving me a guided tour of the school building. Yeah, but this really is an amazing school. The school itself is pretty old. Due to it being a special kind of school, of course, it's famous in the local area. I've known about it too, since I was a little kid. The school building has been rebuilt over the last few years, with the renovations divided into several stages, the last of which was completed just 1 year ago. It's said that is because of the famous designers. The design uses many curved lines, so the appearance is far removed from what that generally associated with the word school. It felt like I had entered some kind of sci-fi setting. The facilities are first class too, air conditioning, full disabled access, so anyone can feel peace of mind as they spend their school days here. Disabled access. That's right. Miss Alu, I mean Kotori, should be somewhere in the school. But Aoi, you really have changed. Ageha, she walked by my side, was happily murmuring as she looked at my face. In the past, your face was cuter, but now it seemed more rugged somehow. Yeah, same to you. Hey, I don't look rugged. She knew that when she met on the way to school earlier. I thought she's pretty cute. She'd never let it go, so I'd better keep quiet. If I hadn't heard it from Anchan, I never would have realized. You heard it from Anchan? Yeah, that you were coming back. By the way, I'm in the same class as Ageha. She knew that I might be coming as a transfer student, which is why she wasn't that surprised by our chance meeting this morning. Nay, you. If you're going to come back, you should have contacted me. Sorry. The reason why we call him Anchan isn't because he's like an older brother type guy. Aniki, an older guy, like your brother. He was our childhood friend, but he was much older than us, so we nicknamed him Anchan. He's not related by blood, but he's just like a real big brother. Aga glared at me and said, "Jeez," as I tried to laugh it off. Told me would have made you taste the axe bomb or lariat. She wouldn't really have hit me. As we talked, we went back to the classroom. Oh, Jesus, fancy! Holy shit! Yo, hello? The classrooms weren't exactly normal either. I feel a little uneasy taking lessons from here, but maybe I'll get used to it sometime soon. By the way, there's a girl in a wheelchair in the school, right? Miss Alu. No, I mean, she's called Kotori Habane. I asked Agia as we returned to our seats. I didn't ask what grade she was in, but even if it's not the same, I thought Agia would at least be aware of her.
Ah.
Yeah. Agia reacted like she was being evasive. Uh-oh. See, what did I say? I bet you. I'm gonna bet you guys Agiha's an asshole. Doesn't she remind you of the Koi no Katashi black-haired girl who was just acting like she... See, I can... This is why. Never judge on first impressions alone. So what did I say? What did I say? Huh? What did I say? Anyway. It wasn't just Ageha, but the other people sitting nearby who heard our conversation also seemed kind of awkward. If you're after Kotori, she's in this class. It looks like she's not here today though. After Ageha said that, someone added, "You mean today either, don't you?" The way she said that seemed quite harsh. That can't be. I mean... I thought about explaining that she had left the dormitory this morning in her uniform, but I held my tongue. The atmosphere was kind of strange. Recently, she's been off school for a long time. Seems like she's not feeling well. Not feeling well. Yesterday, she had went out to Windmill Hill, and then later she was chasing that duck around the halls of the dormitory. And this morning, she left wearing her uniform. She's skipping school. However, more worrying than what Kotori is up to is the reaction of the others in the class when they were just talking about her. Even Ageha looked like she had something else she wanted to say, but couldn't. But I don't really know what the situation is, so I can't really say anything.
Oi, Yamamoto!
Hey, Yamamoto! Can you lend me your English dictionary? As the awkwardness started to fade, an optimistic voice called out. From the entrance of the classroom, a carefree-looking guy poked his head and started speaking to a boy in our class. Oh, good timing. Hey, Mabo! Oh shit, one of our friends. Huh. Well, he's cute. You guys didn't hear anything. What is it, Aga? You want something? The guy known as Mabo came into the classroom. Any chance in the bad? Because you and I are friends. That's what you might call jealousy. Right. Whatever, come over here. Huh? Who's this? Transfer student? Aga looks pretty cute, but she's like a dude on the inside, so watch out. Aga and I both looked blankly at him for a moment. What? Long time no see, Mabo. Huh? Why is this transfer student being so buddy-buddy with me? His face seemed to say. It's me. Have you forgotten me? It's me, you say. Huh? Huh? What? Is that you? Oi! I looked at Aga and she... She wanted to surprise him, so it seemed like she intentionally didn't tell him. This slightly superficial guy is Masatsugi Dahasaki, or Mabo, as we call him. He's our childhood friend. Why Sawi? Oh, so she's a transfer student, huh? What? You're way too surprised. Of course I'm surprised. What? You seem well, Mabo. You've grown pretty big. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted that last statement. Masatsuki used to be really small, but now he was about the same size as me. It's not quite like the change in Ageha, but in the 5 years that have passed since we were kids, it looks like he's grown to about twice the size. me a second. I keep misreading. Show that Ika, what's wrong? Wrong. Hold on, my nose is running. Not yet, Neo, still too early. I immediately thought of Mabo when I met her. Amy, is this why you made me play the game? Oh my god. Bruh. Yikes. It's not quite like the change in Ageha, but in the 5 years that have passed since we were kids, it looks like he's grown to about twice the size. You too. We grabbed each other by the right hand. This was instead of a small, quiet greeting. Is it really you, Aoi? Yeah, I'm back. Mabo. Welcome back. Aoi! This time, bam! He gave me a full-on hug. Hey! Okay, so this is what they call passionate friendship, huh? We were the only ones who thought so, whereas all of the girls around us were totally freaked out. I missed you! Oi! Onegai, yokusada nyo. Huh? What? No! Not really, you traitor! I'm just saying, Mabo he's cute. I like him, he's adorable. Okay, shut up, Kyoshi. None of you heard anything. None of you heard anything. My statement still stands. He's pretty cute. What is this all of a sudden? I thought you just up and left and you didn't even contact me. Even though Akaki and I have been through future. No, you can't involve me in this. And after that, how dare you? I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that I had to move away. If you want to complain, say it to my dad. I thought about writing a letter, but I felt kind of embarrassed. For the most part, the fact that there was no contact was both our faults. You traitor! I'll never forgive you! I hate you! You're an idiot! With saliva flying out of his mouth as he emphasized his words, Mabo forgot all about borrowing the English dictionary and he stormed out of the classroom. Damn, dude. I can only imagine wrong guy with saliva flying out of his mouth and he's like, Gimme! Are you a little kid or something? It wasn't just us, but everyone in the classroom was shocked. Oh, Neo didn't meet the duck! Neo didn't meet the duck! You're gonna meet the duck later, Neo, so you better stay on stream. Don't reference my ass, I don't do that. Yes, you do, wrong guy, shut up. I thought this might happen, which is why I didn't tell him. If he'd known, he would have been going off at full throttle like that from the beginning. I think that was the correct decision. I want to say thank you. Even so, he did seem really upset about it. He recently got a girlfriend that is really into her. When we were kids, he'd always say, "Hey, wait!" as he followed us everywhere. It's fine. I'll soon go back to how he always is. That guy really likes you, Aoi. Don't say it like that. It sounds weird. No, I have no problems. I don't know about you, Aoi, but I have no problems with that. Really? I think it's cute. While we carried on talking, the bell to mark the end of lunchtime sounded. Everyone put away their lunch boxes and got ready for the next lesson. Agia went back to her seat. She stopped halfway, then walked back. What's up? Agia seemed concerned about those around us and lowered her voice. I was wondering how you know about Kodori. Well, the truth is, my mom asked me to be the dorm mother of a student dormitory. I lowered my voice so that those around us can
寮
hear.
の管理
The
人
caretaker of a dormitory. Kodori's boarding there.
そうなんだ、
Really? My mom asked me to take good care of Kotori. Even if she hadn't, I'd be worried about her anyway. As she listened to my explanation, Aga thought it over. Her expression darkened
この
somehow.
まま来なくなるん
If
じゃ
it
ない
carries
か
on
っ
like
て
this, she'll
みんな
stop
心
coming
配してる。
altogether. Everyone's worried about her.
あんまり学校が楽しくな
Looks
いみ
like
たいなん
she's
だ。
she's not really enjoying school. It looks as if she was saying, I can't believe she didn't enjoy school. You seem to enjoy it.
私
Me? Of course I
も
do.
ちろんだよ。
It's a
だっ
fun
て
school,
楽
that's
しいじゃな
why.
い学校。
I guess it was still my first day at the new school, but I was enjoying it quite a lot too.
そっか、
Really?
そうなんだ。
Is that so? Whether or not she was convinced by my story, Agya mumbled something or other as she returned to her seat. After school, I was alone and was wandering around the school building. That was so that I could take a look at some of the club activities. Film studies, theater club, there's even an RC club. This is, after all, a specialist school. Looking at the playing field from the window and the heat outside, I saw the sports clubs practicing. Compared to my school, it's pretty calm. The sports clubs at the school I used to go to were taken so seriously. The sight of training before a match was one of grueling harshness. Wait, what do I mean, my school? I'm a student of this school now. I'll go take a look. I went down next to the playing field to watch the sports club practicing. Before long, I started to feel a little down, so I left. The doctor said that if it's light exercise, it shouldn't be a problem, huh? Oh no. Wait a second. I tried stamping down strongly with my right foot and there's nearly any discomfort. There, the baseball club, which was returning through from the off-campus running course, entered through the school gates.
水瀬
Oh,
お
Minase!
前水瀬だろ
It's you, Minase! Isn't it? I haven't cleared any of the routes other than Akihaji my first weeks of the... Ah, I see. The one calling me was an old acquaintance. It's you, Taguchi. It's been a
お
long
前
time.
帰ってきたんだっ
So
て
you
な
came back.
もう部活は決めたの
Have you
か
decided which club you want to join? No, not yet. I'm going around taking a look now.
野球部入れよ
Join the baseball
お
club.
前ならすぐレギュラーなれるぞ
I thought they were about to have a heart problem. I know. I mean, maybe. No spoilers, so we'll see. Join the baseball club. You'd become a regular in no time. When I was a kid, I often played baseball in the park. Some of the guys in the group that were my teammates on the other team were in the baseball team. I'll think about it. I casually responded, and the baseball team members replied, "Come on, join us, seriously," as they returned to the playing field. If I could do physical activities, baseball, in fact anything would be okay. As I grumbled to myself, I felt that I didn't want to go back to the playing field. So I entered the path leading to the back of the school. I spent a while walking around the back of the school. It was called the rear garden, but it looked like it hadn't been taken care of at all. It was just an empty space with weeds growing everywhere. In that empty space, there was a garage. Hello, I'm coming in. It looks like no one's here, but I thought I should say something to let them know, just in case. Is this place used for club activities too? Or is it used for lessons? I don't know what they're used for, but there are many tools and parts crammed onto the shelves that cover the walls. Hey look, it's the glider! From earlier. Then, in the center, is a huge object covered with a sheet. The feelings that had washed over me like a wave when I watched the sports clubs strangely subside from being here. The tools in the dimly lit garage must have reminded me of the times when I would tinker with my bicycle. What is this used for? I conceal the sound of my footsteps as I sneak inside the garage. It's pretty spacious. There's a tea set here too. There was no doubt about it, someone was using this place. I get a strange sense of activity. I guess it must be one of the clubs. Oh, what? There's someone here. I was so surprised it felt like my heart was going to jump out. The person over there seemed not to have noticed me at all. I'm not sure if you could call it a drawing board, but as she stared at the plants that were placed there, she was kind of groaning. I'm sorry for letting myself in here. I'll be going now. It's no good. She didn't hear me. Her eyes were so serious as she stared at the plants, and she looked like she was really concentrating. That's a big booba. Hello, I'm passing by again because of school. Hope the stream goes well. Good luck on the stream. Hopefully be able to jump back on the stream again longer before the stream ends. Well, the stream ends in 40 minutes, so I don't know. We'll see. I didn't know what to do, so I just looked at her from the side. Now that I look closely, she's really beautiful. Dude, stop simping for everyone. Hey, why am I staring at her? I hurriedly look away. However, it looks as if she still hasn't noticed me, so I take another glimpse. She looks quite mature. She in the 5th grade. She's so pretty. Kotori's pretty too, but this person's different and has mysterious. Stop simping! Whoosh! She suddenly stood up. I'm sorry. Without thinking, I averted my eyes and apologized, but she's looking straight past me and grabs a big, thick book from the shelf. Yeah, that's it. She flipped through the pages and looked like she had found something, before going straight back to her seat. In good spirits, she began swiftly drawing the plans. You thought I was a girl VTuber, well, see, you got trapped. So anyway, if you're disappointed, feel free to move on. There's tons of high-pitched, overly exaggerated female VTubers out there. I'm sure you'll find one eventually. So anyway, thanks for dropping by. Go ahead. In good spirits, she began swiftly drawing the plans. The pen made a nice swish-swish sound as it ran across the page. The feeling of maturity that she had until just now suddenly changed, but it's okay. You want me, bro? What the fuck? Dude, we just met. When she smiles, all of a sudden, she looks more like a kid. As her eyes look straight at the plants, they look as though they had a crystal clear purity to them. Just like an innocent child, her eyes looked as though she believed that the world is full of wonderful, sparkling things. There you go. Her hand stopped moving. I got the timing right. Excuse me. She finally noticed me. Oh, hello. Guess I'll beat you in the bed first. Alright, Ren. Yokoso da. 見てくれてありがとうだにゃ. I'll see ya. They're dropping by. You too, Nagai. 見てくれてありがとうだにゃ. Oh, hello. Even though I had unexpectedly appeared like that, she didn't show any signs of caution. And still in good spirits, smiled as she greeted me. Hi. I thought that I should say something to her, but I didn't think of what to say after that. Hope you get her out as well. I mean, she's okay, but I've got my eyes set on someone else. What's up? I'm sorry that I just let myself in here. I just transferred here today, but I was taking a look at the club activities and I got lost and came here. I got a little carried away and said more than I needed to, but she didn't seem interested at all. She looked at me as if to say, yes, and? I don't mind if you let yourself in here. It seemed like a kind of blunt way to say it, but she wasn't angry or anything. She has a strange way of speaking. Well, I'm sorry. I better go. As I said that like a total loser, a huge sound echoed around the garage. What's that noise?
あ
I'm hungry.
ーお腹すいた。
With a lack of energy in her voice, the beautiful girl before me held her stomach and fell down onto the drawing board. Was that the sound of your stomach just now? We're inside the garage, so the sound echoed like crazy and sounded like the growl of a monster. Looks like my body just remembered that my stomach is empty. She seemed to sway as she tried to get up, but she didn't have enough energy, so she slumped back down with her cheek on the drawing board. Would you like to eat this? Hold on. Yo, what are you pulling out, Oi? Oi, be very careful what you pull out. I took some bread out of my bag. Oh, phew. Phew. My apologies. I thought I'd get hungry with just a lunchbox, so at lunchtime I bought some melon bread. Whoa! Her eyes shone as if she were an explorer who had discovered treasure in a cave in some unexplored place.
いいのか。
Are you sure? Go ahead.
ありがとう。
Thank you. She took the melon bread, opened the wrapper immediately, and bit into the contents. She was getting crumbs everywhere, but really looked like she was enjoying it as she devoured it greedily.
おいしい。
It's so tasty. I don't have any calorie intake for ages. Could that be because she's poor? What you talking about, my boy? Sorry. sorry. The fact that she was so ecstatic over something like melon bread actually made me quite worried. She didn't show any signs that she was thinking of my generosity and just ate up the high-calorie melon bread.
おいしかった。
That was delicious. Yo, don't look at me like that. Holy f... Yo, what are those eyes? What? She murmured happily, looking happy as can be. She looked like she was mulling over the taste of the melon bread in her
脳
brain.
に糖分が
The sugar's going to my brain. She said as she turned back to the drawing board. Hey, yo! Then, she started drawing the plants again with incredible energy. From the serious look on her face, it seemed that she had already forgotten about me. She's strange. Not just a little, but very strange. Okay, well, I'll be off now. Perhaps she didn't hear me. I put the melon bread wrapper that she had left behind in my pocket and turned to leave. I reluctantly left the special atmosphere of the garage behind me. I hope Neo sees the duck. Well then, maybe I should head back. By the time I had finished watching the various clubs, the sky was orange as the sun was setting.
あ、
Oh, there you are. Aga was at the school gates. Aga looks towards me and points at the cell phone she is holding at me.
まだ残ってたら
I
一緒
thought
に
that
帰
if you
ろう
were
と
still
思って
here, we could live
何回も
together.
かけたのに
I called you
ちっ
several
とも
times,
出
you
ないん
didn't
だもん
answer. I told Aga that I would take a look at the club activities before
着
leaving.
信履歴見てみ。
Can you look at the call history? I left it at the dormitory.
は
Huh?
ぁ？なんで？
Why?
それじゃ携
That
帯
defeats the
の意味ない
purpose
じ
of
ゃ
having
ん
a cell phone. Doesn't it say in the school rules that you can't bring cell phones to school? Yes,
そう
that's
だ
true.
けど、
Does anyone
そ
actually
んなの
follow that?
守ってる子
This is
い
true.
ないよ。
This is true. You are not allowed to bring phones in school, but everyone just has it in their bags and pockets on silent. This is so true. The amount of times I played Citus on my phone while in high school, when there was no teacher still, I would just So, this is true. It's alright if you don't get caught, it seems. In my case, I'm not so worried about the school rules. It's just too bothersome to carry a cell phone around with me.
せっかく番号を教え
You
て
know
も
I
らっ
got
た
your
のに。
number, it doesn't mean anything. How do you know my number? 5 years ago, when I left Kazugawara, I was still just a kid, so I didn't have a cell
さ
phone.
っきあんちゃんから聞
I
いた。
got it from Anchan
メ
earlier.
アドも送っ
You
て
gave
も
me
ら
your
ったから。
text address
こ
too,
れから
so I can
バンバン
bombard you with
メール
texts. What? Don't bother, it's too much hassle. Writing texts on a cell phone is too fiddly, which is a real pain, so I don't really like it. It looks like Aga isn't listening to me and has started walking on ahead.
じゃあ帰ろっか。
Okay, shall we head back? I
どう
even
だっ
brought
た？
my iPad
転
to
校初
school.
日は。
How was your first day at your new school? It seems like an interesting school. It was different to the sports schools or regular schools and had a special kind of atmosphere. Everyone looks like they enjoy it, and it's, how should I say, like they come here to hang out.
それは言えてるかも。
You could say that
みんなやりたいこ
everyone
とがあっ
comes
て
here
きてるか
because there
ら
are
ね。
things that they want to do. Things they want to do.
入りたい部活は見つかった？
Have you found a club you want to join? I don't know. There are a few that seemed interesting though.
うち運動部
Hey,
はあんまり
the
盛ん
sports
じゃない
clubs
か
aren't
ら。
that great,
葵には
so you
物
might
足りな
find
いか
them
も
kind
ね
of。lacking. What do you do, Agiha?
私は
I'm in the
ロボッ
robot
ト
club.
部。ロボット作
We
って
make
コン
robots
ク
and
ー
enter
ルに。
contests. Robots. That sounds interesting too.
葵だったら
You're always
いつでも
welcome,
大歓
Aoi. Yeah, I'll think about
そ
it.
れじゃあ
Hold on.
私こっちだから。
I'm going this way. Huh? Isn't your place around here?
ああ、引っ越し
Yeah,
たん
but
だ。
I moved. Did you
Kazami
know
商店街が再開
that
発
Kazami
になった
shopping
の
street is
知
no
らない
longer
の？
there because of the reconstruction? No way. Seriously?
でっかいショッ
They
ピン
made
グ
a
モ
huge
ールができ
shopping
た
mall.
の。
My family's shop
う
has
ちの
moved
店
there too.
また休
I'll
み
take you
の
there
日にで
when
も
we
案
have a
内し
day
てあ
off.
げるよ。
Okay, see you
また
tomorrow.
明日ね。
Hey,
何？
what? Thanks for everything today.
いいっていいって。
It's fine, it's fine.
今度
If
パ
you
フ
just
ェ
buy
に
me a
もおごってく
parfait
れ
next
たら
time,
そ
that'll
れ
be
で十
enough. No, I mean that you're the same way towards me as in the past.
ああ、うん。
Sure. That was a big help. Me
私
too.
も葵が見た目以外変わってな
Apart
く
from
て
your
よかった。
appearance, you haven't changed a bit.
あ
あ
見た目も
And your
そんな
appearance
に
isn't
悪く
that
ないよ。
bad either.
極秘情報をリー
There's
ク
just
すると
leaking
ね
some。secret information, but
今日
today,
だけでいろ
a
ん
few
な子
girls
から
asked me to give
葵
them
の
your
携
phone
帯
number.
番号を聞かれたし。
Seriously?
訂正。
Correction, you've got quite the eye for
好きにな
ladies,
ったね。
haven't you?
青
Oh, wait. So what? I didn't have that kind of thing at an all-boys school.
まあ健全な
It
男子で
appears
あ
that
る
you're a
証拠
normal,
か。
healthy boy. In the time since we last met, you've grown up. Agia looked pretty happy as she said that. So have you. And you too. Tomakinf. Out. To be honest, I thought you would have grown up to be more rough and tomboyish.
だね。
That's great. Agia started smiling quietly. Looking at that innocent smile reminded me of how Agia was when she was still just a kid.
おかえりなさい。葵。
Welcome back. Aoi? Ah. Yeah.
また明日か
See
ら
you
よ
again
ろしくな。
tomorrow, old buddy. Oh. Ouch. She gave me a great big slap on the back. See ya. Agia gave me a big wave and turned the corner. Shh. You doofus. She might have gotten a little cuter, but she hadn't really changed on the inside. Welcome back, huh? Her attitude hasn't really changed since before, and somehow I felt that it had saved me. After Agia and I went our separate ways, I did the shopping for dinner on the way back. It's gonna be hot again tomorrow, so I have to give them some food that'll give them stamina. Enthusiastically, I put the menu together in my head. Oh no, I forgot to buy milk. There was a convenience store right in front of me. 5 years ago, there was a tobacconist here. It's a little expensive, but I don't have time to go back to the supermarket. I thought to myself. La la la. The automatic doors opened, and the one with the self-proclaimed cool allures left the shop. She had a bag on her lap, and she had a smile on her face, which was the exact opposite of cool. She didn't notice me and went back in the direction of the dormitory. It's her. She didn't go to school, so what is she doing? I gave up on buying the milk and followed Kotori. When she got back to the dormitory, Kotori opened the front door just slightly.
あと。
Oh shit, Neo, here comes. Here comes Neo. Oh, hell yeah! She called Hat from the other side of the door and spoke to him about something. She was sneaking around and seemed really
あいつがい
suspicious.
ないか見てきて。
See if he's here or not. You know,
あいつよ。
that mean boy. Quack, quack. Is she talking about me? This is a girl's dormitory, so I'm the only boy here. I don't remember being mean, though. I don't know why, but it would appear that she's sneaking around to avoid being found by me. If that's how you feel, I headed for the back door to the dormitory. I'll hide in the kitchen for now. Wow, wow. Oh, look at this boy! Look at that boy! Shh! If this is about me, tell her I'm not here. I doubt that he got the message, but wiggled his butt as he left the dining hall and headed for the entrance. While I'm waiting in ambush, I'll put the food I bought in the fridge. After a little while... Looks like he's not here. When Kotori came into the dining hall, she went straight for the cupboard and took out the spoon. Without taking out a dish, she stayed seated in her wheelchair. She put the shopping bag from the convenience store on the table. Inside was... Häagen-Dazs. Häagen-Dazs. It's Häagen-Dazs. Needless to say, it was top quality ice cream. Not only that, but it was family size. What the fuck? It's the big pot that costs 2,500... Jesus! Be right back. Okay, Midori. She opened the lid and in her right hand she had the type of spoon that you'd eat things like curry with. Finally gonna do it. Quack quack. Kotori's spoon was still above the smooth surface of the Häagen-Dazs. Then she dug a big hole in it. One scoop like that would be about 100 yen, and she stuffed the whole thing in one mouthful. I'm so happy. She brought her hand to her cheeks, as though she was flooded in happiness from the bottom of her heart. What is she doing? Seeing what she was doing made hiding and watching her seem pretty ridiculous. Without knowing I was watching, Kotori began to shovel in more ice cream like a construction machine. Yum, yum, yummy, yummy. Even if it was only a 105 yen ice cream, you'd savor the flavor more than that. Yum, yum, so yummy. With the next mouthful of ice cream, Kotori suddenly lowered her head, holding her temples. Haha, get brain frozen. What? Okay. Should have ate slowly. Just a little brain freeze. To be able to get brain freeze from eating too much Häagen-Dazs, it's the very height of luxury. During this little pause, Kotori opened up her notebook. There's something written there. I sneak up a little closer behind her. Wait. Shh. Next to the words, eat as much Häagen-Dazs as I want, Kotori happily wrote the word done. Mission complete. It seemed to be some sort of list. Things I want to do. That was the title and there were bullet points below. Stroke the head of the big dog in the neighborhood. It's really scary, but it might be unexpectedly friendly. If possible, I'd like to ride around on its back. Fill the bath with water and swim in it like a pool. Pie throwing, and so on. Among those was... Go and see Windmill Hill. With done written next to it. What is this? I have a bad feeling. I'm just gonna give it a hunch here so you guys know exactly my train of thought. I have a bad feeling that she thinks she's about to die or whatever the fuck, and she's writing things she wants to do before she dies. I just have a bad feeling, okay? Might not be the case, might just be a bucket list of things to do, just for fun, but I don't know. Yeah. Kotori's scream pierced from my right ear and out of my left. Nani? What are you doing? Why are you here? I was here before you were. But there's no way. Her mouth was open in shock as she looked at Hat. Haha. Get betrayed by the Duke. What? Well, I guess it's no good sending a duck to scout the place out. Even if he was able to completely grasp what this responsibility was, there's no way he could convey the message. Kotori seemed ashamed and looked away. I'm sorry I surprised you. You were sneaking around, so I wondered what you were doing. I didn't mean to spoil her personal enjoyment. You really are mean. I went back to the kitchen to get things ready for dinner. Kotori's face seemed to say now it only tastes half as good, as she sulkily ate the ice cream. Why are you taking time off school? I caught a
風
cold.
邪ひいてるの。キョキョ
She is blatantly lying. Would someone who has caught a cold be eating ice cream? I'm the dorm mother, you know? I have to make sure the boarding students have the right kind of lifestyle.
私はあなたを寮母と認めた覚えはない
I
わ。
don't remember accepting you as a dorm mother.
大体
Anyway,
男なの
isn't
に
it
寮
strange for a
母
boy
っ
to
て
be a
おか
dorm
しい。
mother? Swoosh. She went to the trouble of turning around so that she could point at me. If you want to call me dorm father, then that's fine by me. What a tsundere. Kotori turned back around and went back to enjoying her ice. What a tsundere. If you weren't at school, then where were you? I softened my tone a little as I asked her.
あなたには関係な
It's
い。
got nothing to do with you. Did you go back to Windmill Hill? Hmm. She's ignoring me and eating her ice cream. It has got something to do
だ
with
から
me.
私はあなたを寮母だなんて。
I won't accept you as the dorm mother. I don't mean that. Yesterday, if I hadn't been passing by, where would you be right now? If you're not careful in a place like that, then maybe nobody would have come. If you can't move your wheelchair, what would you have done by yourself? That's... Do you still think it's got nothing to do with me? I'm not accusing her of anything. That's why I tried to speak as gently as possible, so as not to sound too harsh. However, I showed her how serious I was.
だからお
No,
礼言っ
I
たで
said
しょ。
thank you, didn't I?
この私
For
の
me
お
to
礼
thank
言うな
anyone
んて
is extremely rare,
すご
you
く
know?
珍しいことな。本当よ。
It's true.
交換所を
It
動く
says you're
ら
as
い
a
貴重な
giant
のよ。
salamander. You should be the one thanking me.
感謝してほしいくらいだわ。
Are you proud of that? If you think that people would be happy because it's so rare, you're severely mistaken. Kotori seems daunted by the sound argument, put down the spoon and started thinking seriously. But because I'm like this,
私こんなだから
I can't do
で
anything.
きんアイス食べる？
Do you want some ice
高い
cream?
やつよ。
It's really expensive. No, I don't. I sound a little mean, so Kotori became tearful all of a sudden. Her cheeks were quivering as she desperately tried to hold back the tears. Hey, I'm sorry, I was joking. Don't make that face.
別に
It's
普
nothing.
通だもん。
I'm fine. That's right. See? You're fine.
ガーガー。
Quack, quack, quack. Pat quacked as though he was trying to cheer Kotori up. I wouldn't tell you to say thank you, would I? It's just that if you go without telling anyone where you're going, it's kind of dangerous, you know? She wiped the corner of her eye a little with her finger.
わかるけど、
I
わかり
understand,
たく
but
ない。
I don't want to understand.
わかるわけにはいか
Do
な
I
い
have
の。
to understand? Somehow that's what the look on her face said. She put the spoon down and went to leave the dining hall. Where are you going?
顔洗ってくるの。
I'm going to wash my face. It's all sticky around my mouth from where I've been eating ice cream. She closed the notebook and put it on her lap. Oh boy. Duckbus character, yeah, mood. Then a piece of paper fell from the notebook. You dropped something. Kotori looked as though she hadn't heard and left the dining hall. Ed went after her. As the sound of the wheelchair grew farther away, I let out a big sigh. Maybe I said too much. It's just that I really was worried about her. I don't know anything about what's going on with Kotori, so perhaps I was unnecessarily interfering. Wait. Speaking of which, she was wearing her uniform. However, she was wearing her own clothes yesterday when she went to Windmill Hill. Could it be that she was actually planning on going to school? That's possible, isn't it? As I thought of that, I felt my mood lighten a little, and I picked up the piece of paper that she had dropped. Huh? For a moment, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was a notice for withdrawal from school. Oh boy.
元気出しなって葵くん。
Hey, cheer up, Aoi. I was depressed while I was cleaning up after dinner, and Kanako came to comfort me. Why? Why did everyone leave so much uneaten?
ちゃんと美味しかったよ。
It was really tasty though. For tonight's dinner, Kanako was the only one who ate all of her food. Without exception, everyone else left some uneaten. Tomorrow I'll make even more tasty food, so tasty that no one will leave anything uneaten. I felt renewed determination, and then the duck came waddling into the dining hall.
あと先輩、ガンちゃん。
Hello, senior hat. Wow.
そっか。
I see
お腹
you're
空いたんだ
hungry.
ね。
Oi, do you have something for him to eat?
なんか食べるものある？
There's some vegetables left
そ
over.
れでいいよ。
That'll do. Kanako took the leftover vegetables and fed them to Hat. Is this duck her pet? Are you allowed to have pets
う
here?
んよ。
Nope,
誰のペットでもないよ。
he's no one's pet. What?
私がここに来る前から
He's been living here since before I came here.
誰がいつ
It's
ど
not
うして
clear who
持
brought
ち
him
込んだ
here
のか
or
は
when.
ね。
That's why I call him Senior
ハ
Hat.
ット先輩。
So the owner must have been keeping
そ
him.
れが違うんだって。
No, that's not it either.
いつの間
She
に
said
か
that
いた
Hat
って言ってた
disappeared
よ。
one day.
だからペッ
That's
ト
why,
っていう
rather
よ
than
り
being a pet,
同
he's
居
more
して
like
る
a
感じ。
housemate. Kotori also called him a housemate. Quack quack. It's a mystery. When she had finished feeding Hat, Kanako got out of her seat.
さて、
Okay, I think I'll go
一
take a
風呂浴
bath.
びるかな？
Don't go walking around in your underwear again, okay?
なんで
Eh?
よ。
Why not?
いいじゃ
Come
ん。
on,
夏の
it's summer. No!
ケチ。
Sports sport. Kanako gave me a quick insult as she left the dining hall. Why does everyone have to insult me just before they leave? I felt a little hurt as I cleaned the dishes. Peek. This time, it was Kotori poking her head into the dining hall. It was almost as if she was waiting for Kanako to leave before she came in. She didn't seem to get along well with her, so maybe she really was waiting for her to leave. I thought she might have to come to have dinner, but she appeared to be looking for something. She's looking under the
ハット
table.
邪魔よ。
You're in the way.
あ
She went around the table once and then come past the counter, in front of me.
ーね。
Hey.
紙。
Have you seen the piece of paper? No, I haven't. What kind of paper?
紙は紙よ。
Paper is paper. Are you sure you haven't seen it? Positive. Kotori groaned while staring at my face as if she were trying to see if I was telling the truth. With a straight face, I wiped the dishes with a towel. With no way to check, she went to look elsewhere. I'll put your dinner in the fridge, heat it up in the microwave, and eat it later, okay? I couldn't help lying to her. The thing she was looking for was the withdrawal notice that I'd picked up. People were worried that if it carries on like this, she'll stop coming altogether. It looks like she's not really enjoying school. Agia's words crossed my mind. It looks like Kotori really is planning to drop out of school. What am I doing? Why didn't I give the withdrawal notice back to her? There I stood, not even really understanding these feelings myself. Alright. Save! Yeah? Okay, save is done. Okay. Oh god. That's good for now. Gallery, what do we have here? Oh yeah, I forgot we have a face. Look at that chat, bro. He's pretty hot, not gonna lie. You know, I do agree, yeah. Anyway. That was If My Heart Had Wings. That's the first 2 hours of it. この空に翼を広げて We are
それではさようなら。
さよなら。Okay. Oh, I'm enjoying that. We need to finish that. I know it's like a 50-hour game most likely, so who knows, who knows. We'll see. Alright, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the VN? Good? Pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Got interested in 2 girls so far. 2 girls, huh? Duck best character, agree. Duck. Fuck. Ow. My back. I accidentally. Oh, my back. I'm back. My back. Yo, I'm built like Tobey Maguire, boys. Built like Toby. Let me just crack it. Okay. Boomer bones. Shut up, Neo. I'm liking that. I'm liking that, Vian. Got interested in 2 girls. I'm only interested in 1 girl. I will not say it because I will be saving it for when I do play the game and you guys see what route I choose. But yeah. I do want to say something. I'm playing the censored version. Yes, there are sex scenes in this game, as always. But I'm not streaming that. So if you guys are interested in the uncensored version, go ahead, look it up online. I ain't gonna be playing that on stream. God damn it, Tika. Da 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 da. Okay, that was fun. Da 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 da. Yeah. There's also a sequel to this game, by the way, so... Yeah. Yeah, there's a sequel, yeah. It's called Flight Diary, but of course I'm gonna play it after we finish the main game, yeah? Yeah. But yeah, really good game. I'm liking that. You know, the one thing I do love about VNs is that I get to read. And being able to read helps me improve on my voice and speaking skills. I don't get to do that a lot, except for back in the days when I would voice act in visual novels. It's not a lot that I get to voice act in English, so to say. So it's really nice knowing that I'm able to do that in a capacity where I can just do it on my own, at my own pace. So it's really good. Also improves with my pronunciation, but you know, gotta train my voice, right? I gotta use it every day. I can't just let it not. I just can't just not use it. Definitely does help. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, that was a good stretch. My boy. My boy. Shh. とてもいいなんだ。はあ、やって。Okay. Oh, instrument. I will end the stream here. It's almost 3 a.m. for me. I might not be in Guardian chat, so I'll probably try to go back to sleep, so don't wait for me. I'll see you guys in 3, 4, 5 hours from now. I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Anyway, with that said, thank you guys so much. Oh wait, the GPU. Yes, what about it? No, I haven't gotten the payment yet. I think I'm getting it somewhere within this day though. So within the next... Yeah, within this day. It's Friday for me. So... Yeah, within... today. Probably later in the afternoon. So... I'll most likely get the GPU. Neo, you'll probably be asleep by then. Because I want to say late afternoon later. Because Ninja did tell me Thursday night, so yeah, it's fine. No worries. No worries about it though. Can't be impatient now. You know, good things comes those who wait. And this is very exciting, so I don't really mind waiting a bit. It's really not that much of an issue. Yeah, probably later, so we'll see. Anyway, with that said, thank you guys so much for dropping by. I appreciate it. Okay. Kiminari, Chazivi, Rangai, Arknell, Ikazuchi-san, Neo, Ren, Midori, Onegai, R, and I assume Hana in the back. Okay. With that said, 見てくれてありがとうだにゃ。また次に会おう。Take care, stay safe, have a great rest of your day or night. Be kind to each other. I love you all, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. またにゃ。バイバイ。